Hello students. Today I am taking up chapter number 5 of NCERT textbook class 8. The chapter is about data handling. First thing is, what is a data? A data is a numerical information collected for some specific purpose. Now, to get some answers of certain questions for which the data is being collected, we have to represent the data in a certain presentable way, which helps us to understand the data easily. Now, these are the pictograph, that is the pictorial representation of the data, which you have studied in earlier classes also. That is the first type. We have another 4 types in which we can represent the data. So first one is the pictograph or the pictorial representation. Second one is the bar graph. In bar graphs, we draw bars of specific heights according to the given data, and we can extract useful information from the bar graphs. Third is the double bar graph. If we are comparing the data of any two quantities and we want to get some results based on it, we make a double bar graph. It is similar to the bar graph. Next one is the histogram. Histogram is having continuous bars without any gaps. And the last one is the circle graph or the pie chart. In pie charts, we draw a circle and then we divide the circle in different fragments depending on our data. So, we will learn all these representations one by one in the chapter 2 follow. So, here it is. So, any numerical information collected for specific purpose is called data. So this is the first basic definition. You should understand what is a data. Data collected from the source is called raw data. And when this data is arranged, organized in either ascending or descending order, it is called organized data. It will be either in ascending order or descending order, or like if it is marks of students, it can be according to the roll numbers. If it is height, according to the values, it can be arranged. So that is organized data. Now this data can be represented in different forms, and we will study the 5 forms in this chapter. The first one is the pictograph, where we draw some pictures to represent the data. Like if I have to show 10 students, I can draw 10 faces or 10 smileys. So this is drawing the pictures to represent the data is pictograph. It was done in the earlier classes. The second is the bar graph. The bar graph is the most common method used, and you know how it looks like. We draw our x and y axis, and there we draw the graphs of varying heights depending on the information we have. Then we have double graph. Double bar graph is used to compare the data, and in this, for one data on x-axis there will be 2 bars. Like suppose we are considering the marks of section A and B for the same subject or the same exam, then we can draw double bar graphs. And then we have histograms. Histograms are required when the data is continuous and there cannot be any breaks. So in histograms, the bars will not have any gaps and they are drawn continuously. And the fifth one is the pie graph, or it is called pie chart, and we can also call it circle graph because the graph is drawn inside a circle. It looks like this. There will be a circle, and from the center the circle is divided in different parts depending on the data that we have. So this will be the 5 types of representation of data we have to study in this chapter. Thank you. So here I am taking up exercise 5.1. That is the first exercise of our chapter, data handling. The question number 1. 4 cases are given and we are asked in which of these cases we have to use histogram and which of the cases we need not to use histogram. So let us take up this. First is the number of letters for different areas in a postman's bag. No, we should not use histogram in this case because number of letters for different areas will be data which can be separated from each other. Number of letters for one area will be entirely different from the number of letters we have for another area. So all the areas can be represented as different entities on x-axis. So we need not to use histogram. B is height of competitors in an athletics meet. Now height of competitors will be a continuous data. Like if somebody has a height of 120 centimeter, other will be having 121, 121.5 like that. So yes, histogram will be used in this. Third part C is number of cassettes produced by 5 companies. Now number of cassettes is a specific quantity and 5 companies means 5 different bars can be drawn. So histogram need not be used. Part D is number of passengers boarding trains from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in a station. Now this can be a continuous process because at 7:1, 7:2 also there will be people. So it is a continuous data. So yes, histogram has to be used in this case. Reason we can give that in part B and D, the data to be represented on x-axis is continuous. So histogram will be used. Thank you.